Hello everyone and welcome to an episode of Jank 2.0, the server where we're building the largest game ever made in vanilla survival Minecraft. This that you see behind me is one of the 9 levels of the game. There's so much more to do, and even this isn't even remotely close to being done. But in between episodes I've been working away. I've added in another floor, which is this one here, and I've started working on the last floor in the overworld. Once I've done that, we will have all 3 levels in. But more importantly, I've had a really good idea, which I will admit is slightly unlike me. Let's just go to the Nether. So if you remember in the last few episodes, you may remember that one of the things that we need to do is clear out the Nether. We need to create an area which is about 160 blocks by 160 blocks and then clear it all the way down to Bedrock. The problem is obviously that there's already Bedrock here, and the original plan was to get rid of all of this Bedrock. And I did a bit of planning, so you can see here these are, they're not actually here, this is light matica. We use these to create little schematics that we can use to build, because try building that with no instructions, not a chance. So I was kind of planning out how we were going to build this machine that is going to break the bedrock for us, because newsflash, you can't mine bedrock. So yeah, we're using this machine to glitch basically the block and to break it, and yeah, this should hopefully work. It looks pretty complex, but hopefully pretty cool. The problem is, you see this big thing of pistons over here. Now the reason why that's there is that for every block that we break underneath here, we need to have a piston overhead, which means we need to put out a spread of pistons all the way across all of this area here that we're planning to break, all the way to down here. Now I did some maths on that, and it turns out that each layer needs approximately 30 something thousand pistons, and we need to do 5 layers basically, which means we would have to find 150,000 pistons. Yes, that math's correct there, I think. Yeah, and that is too many pistons. That's an insane amount of pistons. They're also a nightmare to make, because I started working on this for the first layer. Yeah, you can see this is the box of stuff, and I spent about 20 minutes doing it, and I got 4 stacks. So this morning I was in full panic mode, thinking that I maybe have bit off more than I can chew, but then I had a genius idea. These are all of the different levels that we're going to be making in the Nether, the overworld and the end. But I'm thinking we can do a tiny bit of rearranging here, right? But what does that mean for the levels? Well, basically we can solve 2 issues in one. See, there was one big concern I had about the Space Invaders level, and that was the TNT flying machine. So this is how that level was meant to go, okay? So you have a map that you're exploring and walking around and doing stuff on, but in the meantime, you're being invaded by space people. This is an idea that my friend Max suggested, and basically what I was going to do is have flying machines flying overhead. So they're dropping bombs, so while you're kind of navigating the level, you have the flying machines dropping TNT on you, which obviously not a very nice experience, being hit in the head with TNT. Problem is that TNT breaks stuff, especially breaks any blocks that aren't particularly resistant. It breaks redstone, so it's going to be a bit of a nightmare. So one thought I had was that instead of having just a layer of obsidian or something like that, was to time the fall of the TNT perfectly. Yeah, so flying machines, I believe they dupe TNT and they drop it about 80 blocks, which means the flying machines would have to be about 80 block high. This TNT machine actually, which I fixed recently because the updates broke it, is a good example of something of a flying machine which has got a delay. So you can see that what's happening here is you got TNT dropping down and blowing up exactly when it hits the base there, right? So it's timed to hit there at exactly the right point. And you may notice it's not breaking any of the blocks around it. That is so loud, I'm going to turn it off. if we had flying machines, what we could do is if we put it exactly at the right height and the TNT fell down and exploded just about like, you know, 3-4 blocks from the base, it would harm the players running around, but it wouldn't destroy any of the blocks surrounding it. But that is a lot of work, and I don't know how sturdy that would be as a method. So that's why moving it to the Nether is actually going to be better. So this level is actually going to be a combination of 2 different games, which are Pac-Man and Space Invaders. So the idea is we're going to actually make a whole maze, both above ground and below ground. So below ground, so below the bedrock, we're going to have 40 blocks where we can create a whole complicated maze of tunnels and stuff. And we're going to have ghasts that are going to represent our ghosts running around chasing players. Maybe I'm going to have a system to collect you know, dots like in Pac-Man. I'm not entirely decided on that yet. In some places there's going to be a bit of a hole and we're going to be able to reach the upper level. So from the bottom maze you climb up into the top maze. Now in this area here, which we're currently standing off, you've got 40 blocks going upwards, within which you're going to have the flying machines dropping TNT on you. At the same time, it's a bit of a maze. We're going to make a maze with obsidian and crying obsidian. So you have to actually like navigate round all the time, dodging the flying machines dropping the TNT. Now this is genius for a number of reasons. First of all, we don't actually need to remove all the bedrock, or 150,000 blocks of it, because we just incorporate the bedrock into our design. There is a build bedrock we need to remove, and I'll get to that in a second, but yeah, at least it makes it a bit easier. Now the second issue that it solves is the Space Invaders level as well. We don't need to worry about terrain breaking because our terrain is going to be primarily bedrock, which is unbreakable. And we don't need to have the flying machines on any kind of timer because even if they just drop 40 blocks and they explode, that's perfectly fine. It doesn't matter, it's not going to destroy the terrain around it. So with that in mind, we've simplified significantly what we need to do up here in the Nether. Now, that being said, we're not done completely. We still need to clear all of the terrain underneath here. All of this needs to be cleared out, and that's flying machines, and there's so many pockets of lava. This is going to be a nightmare to do, but we're going to have to do it. But also there is some bedrock we need to remove. So there's going to be redstone lines coming up. So what I'm thinking is about 10 blocks out this way and each direction, we're going to have a little buffer zone where we are going to clear it all out. And that's going to make it possible for us to make our redstone lines go down. So I guess the first thing that we're going to be doing today is collecting some resources to build these 2 big machines. And I can already see there's a few issues that we're going to have to overcome. We're going to need to get some more ancient debris, and I definitely need to make myself some kind of honey block farm. Otherwise we're not going to be able to do this. What did those signs say? Remove me to start, break me to stop. Aha, here's some. I think I need like 2 pieces. So I don't know if there's any bees in it. Okay, there's a bee that just come out. Okay, I've got the bees over. I'm slowly breeding them up. Okay, these have already been bred. And I'm going to expand it over here. Now I could do the sensible thing, which is to build an actual honey farm. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to do the manual way because I can't be bothered. Okay, I've got a lot of bees. I've got all the beehives set up. And actually, they're kind of all hidden away at the moment. But there's a lot of bees here. I've slowly been, you know, breeding them up. Trying to get even more bees. And you know what? I've got quite a lot of honey already. Oh, there you go. That's all of them. It's all bees. I should be done in the next like 20 minutes. And then I'm going to go and start building the big machine. And I'm just going to cut to that right now, and we'll do it in the form of a time lapse. Let's go! So, I believe the machines have been created. You can see just the sheer complexity of this thing. Whoever made this, and I said the link is in the description, fair dues, this is incredible. This is, I don't know what's happening here, to be honest. I vaguely understand how to break bedrock using piston heads, but I have no idea basically. But the machine is all placed. I put in this roof of pistons. I essentially need to break that block over there. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna cry. And let's do it. Okay, is it working? Is it working? I think it is. I think it is. Yes, look, the bedrock is breaking. That is incredible. Now we're gonna obviously have to make sure it works on the way back as well, because we need to do all of these different layers. But it's something. Okay, so now it's resetting. It seems like it's resetting. Okay, it's pushing all these pistons back one. So yeah, so that's part of the resetting. I think this is working. Okay, let's see if this works. So we got there. It moved one block forward. Please. Okay, okay, okay. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, that's the second one done. So I just need to do this another 13 times. And then we will be done. And when I say done, I mean done with layer 1. Because this is actually something that's going to take me a very, very, very long time. So the way this works is it's going to get rid of this one layer of bedrock all the way to the end of these pistons. But that's only one edge of this this square. So you're going to have to do that once, twice, 3 times, 4 times for the first layer. And the bedrock is up to 5 blocks thick. So we're going to have to do that essentially 20 times. So I want to get this layer done just to show you how it's done. And then I'm going to just kind of beast away at this between episodes. So I don't usually do this, but you know, if you are enjoying this content, you know, please subscribe. I'm spending 60 hours breaking bedrock. You know, that's a lot of time. Okay, look, let's speed this up with a time lapse. I'll see you once this big machine has finished doing its magic. So as soon as this goes off, I need to turn the machine off. Now I can't remember how to do that. Good question. Pretty sure if I break that block of slime there, the machine should turn off. But guys, look at this. We definitely have a working machine that can break the bedrock. Alright, well I think that's finished basically. I'm just going to send it back to the start and hopefully it should all turn off. And once that's done, we just need to take it down basically and then start on the next line. Okay. Now I'm obviously not going to do that right now because as I said, I need to do this 20 times. So that's not something I want to just kind of show on video because you know, it's not going to make for good viewing, let's be honest. But at least we have a proof of concept. At least this has shown that it does work and that we can break the bedrock this way. So with the Christmas break nearly here, and because I'm currently marking a load of papers and also trying to buy a house and also going to Netherlands for a few days, and my mum's going to visit, basically I don't know how much time we're going to have to play Minecraft. So in the next few weeks, at least until kind of after Christmas, my videos may be a bit more spare. I'm going to try and upload if I can. There's the start of the Battlecraft SMP as well, which I need to hopefully release a video for. But there may be a few weeks where I just don't have a video out, in which case, don't panic. I am going to be back as soon as possible. Now that also means that in the meantime, if I have a bit of time just to play without having to record, I'm hoping to get some more work done, both here in the Nether, clearing more of this bedrock, but also in the overworld. I want to finish off that last platform, just so I can then call those platforms done and start working on the actual levels there. But that is it for this episode, so I hope you have enjoyed it, and if you have, please remember to comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.